Hey Rich Nation, AJ Rich here, and welcome back to another Attack on Titan reaction. Today we're going to be watching Season 3, Episode 10. We're at the home stretch here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, smash that like button. Go follow me on Twitter at AJRich123. This has been a ride, a extreme ride, but they are kind of scraping and giving us little things, and it's getting more and more interesting. I was a little skeptical when we got into the beginning of season 3 just because it seemed the show was different, and it's just like you go from like this heavy action, like it felt like we were on this one path and then we were completely on a different one, and it was a little off-putting in the very beginning, but I have come to really enjoy this ride for season 3, and I know we still have a whole nother we got so many episodes still left of it, so and these last few episodes have been worth it completely. The information overload never stops, but I'm finally able to process a lot of this. We're finally getting a lot of answers. Obviously more questions, but I feel like that ending scene with Kenny and Levi talking here and him showing the syringe, I think we're finally gonna get that some things answered. So, some stuff that we just I feel like we're finally gonna figure something out. That's what I think. Anyway, guys, I have a patreon.com/ajrich123. If you want to see these episodes, I'm pretty sure the entire part 1 should be done by this point over there, so feel free to check out the Patreon if you want to finish part 1, as well as it's patreon.com/ajrich123, as well as check out my Twitter. Go follow over there at ajrich123, and let's go ahead and start. Wait, wasn't Levi with Kenny? Leaking shit. Oh, it's before. Okay, it's beforehand. Okay. Oh shit. Interesting. Okay, so this is what we saw with the eyes. Oh, okay, that's his brother. Okay, boom. That question answered. That's his brother. Oh, what aim. He has a lot of, he knows stuff already. That is not a face I would trust. Interesting. So this is how they meet up. Those family had a grudge against them. Shit. So you can't kill Ackermans? Or he can't kill Ackermans. The information they know with this is crazy. So he knows everything. Did it make him change his mind the way he felt? He's got a goddamn blade through his arm. So they've had someone from the inside the whole time. Interesting. What the hell? Is it? Who? She looks dead. See, doesn't that kind of look like Mikasa a little bit? It's Levi? Is that Levi? I think it's the hair that made me think that. But that makes way more sense, obviously. Yep. That's the guy that was the he looks like the guy from the walls, the prayer of the walls, right? That guy. He looks like him anyway. So they worship him. Now those are more making a lot more sense. So all their memories, everything that happened to him goes to the next person. Interesting. So all of them that's lived like that. So he foresees it. Common enemies. Common enemies is what made you fight together. Shit. So he... Okay. So that's why they did that. It's a natural cycle. It's like they kind of become the same person. It's weird. So he thought maybe he could get the same power. Oh. That's the girl that followed him. That's just her younger, right? Yeah. What the fuck? So that's why they set it up. I like how all my questions got answered in the very next episode. He wants to know what it feels like to be that. So he probably stole one of them that were already there. Maybe he didn't have that the whole time. Oh, very sad. All right, Ackerman family, a family of warriors who once served the royal government. We're learning this now. Well, last few episodes. They began to be persecuted after distancing themselves from the royal family. The details are unknown, but some experience a mysterious awakening and gain abilities exceeding a typical humans. So not all of them, but some of them do. As we saw Mikasa in the worst position that she got. You know, Levi, some get their blood relative. It is a big question mark. I was trying to guess what the relative part of it was. I thought maybe that that person that Levi was with, that was like maybe it was a maybe they'd be related, like, you know, that would be his uncle, like Kenny would be his uncle. But I don't think they specified. So that is a bit confusing. And then Mikasa, obviously we know that she had her family, but they were in the middle of nowhere. So maybe that has to do with something with the segregation and them, like, you know, distancing themselves. So that's why maybe they were in the middle of nowhere there. But their relation together is very, very confusing. And now I also feel dumb thinking that kid was Mikasa, but if you look really close, other than now that I think about it, I think the eyes are different, but when you look just the way it was shaped and the hair, it looked, and it was younger than Mikasa would have been. I was like, maybe that was possibly Mikasa, but then it wouldn't make any sense. So you can't fault me too much for that one, because the look did kind of look similar. Levi looked completely different as a little kid there, just like you know, looked like he was pretty much dying. But holy crap, lots of history with Kenny there. Let's continue. Why would you want to do that though? Oh, to live longer. To live longer. If he knows he's dying already, but he's got to have a bottom line. He's probably still thinking about it. I don't... Yeah, the process was done wrong. That's why it looked like he was an incomplete one. Interesting. Why? Oh yeah, Levi's not even gonna know what he's talking about. He's just gonna look like a madman. Well, everybody has a passion or something that they're trying for. Slave to something, yeah. Ooh. This is the only time you're gonna be able to get information. And that, okay, so that's why they got... That's what okay. That's what I thought. So that's his uncle. Okay. My initial thought was correct. All right. I don't like to assume with this show. That's like the most basic. What? Oh no. Yeah, he's gone. He's starting to become such a cool character too. Fuck. His fate was already sealed from last episode. Looks like they put that into motion with Historia becoming the queen here. Oh, it makes her look like the hero, and then, okay, that's smart. Yep, and that's how you get the people on your side. So now they're like part of her guard? That's what it looks like? Oh, she was smacking him? What? Oh. Wow. This seems like it doesn't seem like everything should go. Oh shit. Reiner. It's been 10 episodes and we completely forgot about them. Oh. Beast Titan. Oh. What the He's part of the Beast Titan. That looks like is that Erwin's dad? Okay. All right, let's process this. At the very last image of season 2, we saw the Beast Titan and we saw that guy. And I remember when I didn't actually voice this, but when I initially saw that, I freaked out because the way the look was, I thought it was Aaron's dad at the time. That's why I freaked out. But now that we know who Erwin's dad is, that kind of looks like him. I'm gonna have to go rewatch that. I'm gonna look like an idiot if I'm completely wrong here, but it looks like him, and he is the Beast Titan. But how do you evolve to a point where you're able to talk as a Titan? We haven't seen them talk. He talks so fluently. What? Maybe because who else is that? Like, that's the only person that kind of looks like Erwin's dad, because it kind of showed. Maybe not. I mean, well, what? Okay, well, Erwin's dad got prosecuted, right? Because of what happened, and I think I can't remember if it showed him dying, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Because if not, it's a character that hasn't been introduced yet. That's the only thing I can go off of from there. But it looks like all their plans worked because Historia is in power now as the real queen. Everybody has accepted her because she got the final blow. That was done well. Kenny, they make us like Kenny even like why do they do this in Attack? They make us like this character, like, and then they kill him and then he dies. But we already knew he was dying right there. I mean, it literally was shining the death flag right there that he was gonna die. But that's why it wasn't as surprising. But still, it was sad because he never got to really, like, he was even thinking about turning into a Titan so he could extend his life, but he ended up, not going with it. But we still didn't really get that much, though. Now it got confirmed that at least Levi and him are, uncle and nephew. Okay, so that was his mom. That was Levi's mom. That was his sister. That was my first guess that I thought. But then sometimes, you know what I think with Attack on Titan? Like, my first guess, like the first thought in my head seems to always be wrong. So I second guess myself. And most of the time, as you guys have seen, I look like an idiot trying to guess. And then I just then I'm completely wrong and off. As I was wrong from the episode 9 to episode 10, they answered like 4 questions that I had. But I like to theorize and kind of, even if I'm jumping to conclusions, they'll answer them eventually. So I don't mind being wrong. But yeah, it's interesting. Now what is Mikasa's relation to that's the other puzzle piece that hasn't been explained, and Levi didn't get that answer, and I don't even know if Kenny knew or not. It didn't seem like he did. And that being Rod, we saw Rod Rice's brother, or Rice, his brother, eventually died, but he was close to Kenny, and Kenny he said something that actually stuck out a little bit was, everybody is a slave to something. Either it's drinking, women, power, like everybody has some type of motivation that's driving them. And his thing is he wonders what is Levi, what is driving Levi. We know what's driving Erwin is the truth. Like, I don't think it's not power, obviously, for Erwin. It seems like more so, like, I don't know if you can really define it, but it's truth. For Levi, it feels like I watched, the OVAs with No Regrets. So we saw what happened in between with what Levi had to go through to get out of the underground and, how he joined the Scouts. And he saw his friends just die like that. I think what's driving him is revenge, and kind of he has some similarities with Erwin and wanting to find out the truth. But now that they're in power, what do they want now? What are they going to change? But that last scene, Reiner they've teamed up with the Beast Titan, but were they teamed up already, or did they just meet them in there? And then the other question is, where's Ymir? I don't know where to go from there. We're almost at the end here, and I'm not stopping until I finish part 1. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell, make sure you know when these come out. Also, I do have a patreon.com/ajrich123 for full reactions and early releases. It really helps me get this content out faster and me be able to even do this. So check it out, take a look. Twitter @ajrich123, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.